All right. Welcome back, America. Welcome back, everybody, to LWN Network. We have a special night planned for you guys tonight. And I know a lot of people there on YouTube are asking, is this the right time, the right link? Yes, it is. We're here. We're running just a couple of minutes late because of technical difficulties. Jeff B is going to try to make it tonight. He is dealing with thunderstorms there in Ohio. He is out of power. I have sent him the link, and we'll see if he'll be able to join us later tonight. But Tammy, the Hammer Nation, is stepping in for Jeff tonight, and we do have a great topics to cover tonight. So we're going to talk about the Houthis, or Houthis, or whatever they're called, and the bombing going on in Yemen. We're going to talk about the aircraft carrier, the Truman, that got hit by the Houthis, and what they control there in the Red Sea. We're also going to talk about the JFK files. Trump came out earlier today and said that they were going to release them tomorrow. Now, is it going to be another big nothing burger? I don't know. I'm not going to hold my breath on it, but we are going to cover that stuff and much, much more. I know Tammy did a great job today on headline hits, and so she's going to bring a lot of information. So hold on to your seats, kick back, relax, and enjoy, and we'll be back right after this intro.
You can see it in the sky. No use running, if you do, you won't survive. People are sick and people are tired, but inside of me rages a fire. We the people are going to burn this corruption to the ground. Yeah, we the people will fight fire with fire starting now. Going to burn this corruption to the ground. Yeah, we the people will fight fire with fire starting now. Gonna watch them run, gonna watch it burn, gonna watch it all come down. Yeah, we the people are gonna burn this corruption to the ground. With fire starting now. Gonna watch them run, gonna watch it burn, gonna watch it all come down, yeah.
All right. We're back. We're definitely giving the producers a workout tonight. They are scrambling. We got some new equipment in this afternoon, and got it hooked up. And we're just having some very small technical difficulties, and they're hustling, trying to make sure everything sounds good, looks good, and the intro. Let's go ahead and bring Tammy out. So Tammy's joining me tonight. We are waiting for Jeff B. Again, at the beginning of the show, I wanted to let you guys know he is planning on being here. But he texted me earlier this afternoon and said they were having thunderstorms and they were out of power, and he did not know if he'd be able to make it tonight, but he is going to try to make it. So no guarantees there, but just wanted to let you guys know he is planning if he can. So let's go ahead and bring Tammy the Hammer Nation out with us tonight, and I need to grab the cursor for just a minute. And there's something that I want to do different tonight, Tammy. I want to jump into chat. I'm going to grab the cursor here. I want to start at the top. I just want to say hello to everybody tonight who's joining us. So we got Lisa Monarch over there on YouTube. So thanks for joining us, Lisa. Really appreciate it. Robert Johnson is also on YouTube right now, and thanks for joining us, Robert. Chase is over there on YouTube, one of our great mods. She bounced back and forth between Facebook and YouTube. We got Rosebud with us over there on Rumble. Thanks for joining us on Rumble tonight. And if you guys will do me a huge favor and smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to one of the channels, and more importantly, share us out. We would really appreciate it. It really helps the channel. People, tens of thousands of people are always trying to find us, and we've been censored, blackballed, kicked out, eliminated so many times, especially on YouTube. It's hard to find us. So every time you guys share us out, it gives the opportunity of other people to find us. We got Joe Dodds with us over there on YouTube as well. Thanks for joining us. Let's see who else we got. Chase is also on Facebook, like I said. Angela Church on Facebook as well. Thanks for joining us. And Georgia is with us on YouTube. She's been a long-time listener, so good to see Georgia in there. Sandy McDonald, or not McDonald, McNo, thank you for joining us on Facebook. Let's see, who else do we got? Man, I'm horrible with names, Tammy. You're going to have to help me here. Horrible.
Sean Karstensen is there. Giselle Roberts. Good to see you guys as well.
Please
Michelle Gale.
Please help
Outlandish Patriot. DeCrump 2020 is in here. So welcome everybody. Ann C, Colleen Day. Lots of good people here joining us this evening. LW.
Yeah, Kathy H, Colleen Day. Let's see. Sean is with us. Good to see you on Facebook. Wayne Charles, Oklahoma, on YouTube. And Diane Crumpta, she's a longtime listener as well. So thank you guys all for joining us. I just wanted to say hello to everybody. Sherry Smith, good to see you on Facebook Charles as well. So, I just wanted to recognize we're finally, I think, figured out how to be on Rumble every time. That's been an Achilles tendon for us. So I wanted to shout out to everybody watching us over there on Rumble. Conservative Cowboy, been with us a long time. Always have great information. Good to see you on YouTube as well. And YouTube. So, I mean, YouTube is where I got my start, and we grew really fast, really quick. Had a huge following over there and a big channel, and YouTube took us down, and then I shot myself in the foot last month or month before when I eliminated the last channel I had over there. So we're starting from YouTube completely from scratch again, starting all over. So every time you guys hit that like button and every time you guys share us out, it really helps those people try to find us again on YouTube. So a great night tonight, Tammy. Lots to talk about. You've covered some of it in the news earlier today, and some of it is breaking, and it's just wild, the stuff that continues to come out each and every day.
It's a wild ride. And I have to notice this, Mike. Angela Church said, love the gray hair on you both. Well, that's what happens when you hang around LW. I turn gray. It's his fault. I don't know what his excuse for having a gray beard is, but he did this to me. But thank you so much. But yeah, there is plenty out there each and every day. When I go to do headline hits, it's hard to pick through it all, actually. And, even on the weekend, as you and I communicate, and it's just like boom, 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 left and right. So we have to make sure that, like I said, we stay in tune, we stay on top of things. And, I think to myself, the Trump administration, they're going absolutely bonkers, just attacking things left and right. And we love it. I do believe this is what we voted them in for in this administration. So I'm happy to see it. And I think that the tides are definitely turning because he's not playing around. He means business, and it is so refreshing to see. So it depends on where you want to start, but I do have a bunch of different things, and I know there's things you want to talk about as well. So it's up to you.
Well, I want to start off with first this weekend. I had reached out to you and asked if you could go live with Jeff B because I was actually working and we were bombing the shit out of Yemen.
Yes.
Here's the thing about, so Jeff was keeping me abreast with that, and then Rosemary also was sending me stuff. So she stays on top of a lot of that stuff, and I appreciate all the information that Rosemary always sends us. But yeah, we were bombing the shit out of Yemen because they attacked Truman, one of our carriers, and Marco Rubio came out and said that in the last 2.5 years, I think it's been, they've attacked the United States Navy, I think it was around 147 times.
You're close. 174. Yeah.
174. 174 times they have attacked the United States Navy. Now, of course, we had, Sleepy Joe and the DEI military for the last 4 years, and they did nothing about it. Now, they messed around over the weekend, and Trump said, yeah, screw you, we'll bomb your ass back to the Stone Age. And that's exactly what's been happening, is just bombing the shit out of them. And he's not playing, and the United States military is not playing, and they're talking about sending in special forces. They're going to wipe these guys off the planet, the face of the earth, because the Red Sea is a major trade route. And these butt pirates are out there attacking ships, attacking the United States Navy, stealing from people, and just making the trade route absolutely impassable. Marco Rubio came out today and said that's not acceptable. We're not going to tolerate this, and we'll do whatever it takes to basically eliminate that threat. And that's exactly what's going on.
And I think it's important that people understand that, LW, that this isn't a one-off thing. This is not a warning to them. This is you need to cease and detect, stop immediately, or you're going to go into oblivion, because like you stated, 174 times is not an accident. That's on purpose. And a lot of times through the years, what we have done, as Rubio stated, is we do retaliation fires. So if they launch a missile, we go and attack the missile launcher, and it goes on and on. So this time, we're not doing that. The Biden administration didn't do anything but really respond to an attack. If there was a rocket launcher, they hit the rocket launcher back and forth. But now they are going to take away their ability to control the global shipping in that part of this world. And the thing is, this isn't just a U.S. thing. This is a world thing. They are saving the world as far as what you said about the trading there and the shipping channel. That is a very significant channel that these terrorists basically have had control of for far too long, and they're done with it. There's pictures out that are very inspiring, and we talk about transparency in this administration, where you see Donald Trump, our great president, watching these attacks, watching what the U.S. military is doing. And it is very, to me, inspirational. And he's showing it all. He's very transparent. And he actually made a statement, and he said to all the Houthi terrorists, your time is up, which means not playing. You don't get a second chance. Stop or you're done. And I am all about that 100%, because like I said, 174 times, there's no excuse for that. They didn't stop with the last administration and so on, because they were kind to not just blow them into oblivion. This time it ends. It ends. And I love that.
He also made the statement for them to go ahead and start finding successors, right? And
right.
that was ISIS, and that was the Houthis too, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That came out of Trump. Was he just said, "Hey, you guys might want to start planning on somebody else leading your gang, because we're gonna take them out." I put a video up on our Facebook page where they took out the head guy for ISIS a day or two ago. With a rocket. It was cool as shit. You saw them driving down the road, and then all of a sudden they were gone. So this administration is not playing, and it's not just tough talk. It's actions behind words, right? And we're making the world pay attention to the United States. We're not weak anymore. Trump has the balls of gold. Totally agree with the statement. He He definitely is going to send a message. And to me, this is a message not just to the Houthis, but a message to Putin and everyone else, Zelensky. Marco Rubio was also asked on Face the Nation, is this a message that we're trying to send to Iran and Iran as well on the whole nuclear deal? I believe that, yeah, this is definitely some underlining messages here. Is if you continue down your path that we've told you you're not gonna be allowed to create those nuclear weapons, this is what's coming for you. So, the Truman was attacked by drones, Tammy, drones. And that should give everybody concern, because before Trump was back in office, remember those 2-3 months leading up to January, remember all those drone sightings that we seen?
Yes.
Not just on the East Coast. I seen them here in Idaho. We've seen them in Oregon, Washington, California. Almost all 50 states had seen those drones late at night hovering all over the place and doing all the weird stuff. So when you talk about, a carrier being attacked by drones, that should caution all of us. Like, what were we seeing 2 and 3 months before Trump took office?
Yeah, I experienced them here, right in front of my home, a couple different nights. And I did call an ex-military friend of mine, a neighbor, and he came out and he looked and he said, "No, you're not crazy. Those are actually drones." And he actually reported it to the mayor and 911 as well, and tried to get to the bottom of it, but he never got any response. And when you talk about President Trump, maybe it's a warning to Iran. Last week I did report about Iran is trying to make those nukes, and we're at 60% ready to go. They only had a 3-week window before they had nukes in full capability to do what they wanted to do. And as of now, in the last 24 to 48 hours or 36 hours, President Trump, the Secretary of Defense, Secretary of State, National Security Advisor all said that they must not have nukes, and hellfire is going to come rain down on them. Trump said he will wipe them out as well. So when you bring up Iran, definitely this is a show of strength. This is a show of we aren't playing. This is a show of knock it off. This is a new administration. If you guys want to be wiped off the map, go ahead and continue doing what you're doing. What kind of president and leadership would we have if we allowed them to continue doing what they aren't supposed to be doing? It puts us in a very vulnerable position, and it's unacceptable.
Well, I'm still concerned. I believe and trust in our Trump and our military. And that's why I wanted to ask Jeff point blank, how close are we to World War III? Because we still have stuff going on in the Middle East. I know there's a ceasefire talked about in Ukraine and Russia, but there's so much going on. And these drones are capable of carrying warheads, So when you talk about the Truman being attacked by drones, that's very concerning to me, because those drones can very well carry warheads, not just hit a carrier in the ocean, but we've seen them all over the United States, and that to me is concerning. That, hey, can they come to the United States with something like that and have malicious intent?
Well, I do trust Trump and the administration to a point as well. But if you remember, President Trump said he was going to let us know what those were. And he turned and talked to the lady that is like his advisor or his assistant. I forget what her name is at this moment, the blonde lady. And he said, please find out what they are, and we need to get a report out on this. And before he even came in, he said on day one, he's going to let us know what those drones were. He said our government knows what they are, and they need to tell everybody. Now, we haven't heard anything from him about that. So I trust him, because most promises that he makes, he at least puts the effort in. All of them, he puts the effort in to try to get them done. Now, does he always succeed? Not always, because he faces pushback for, the left and different people that don't agree with it. He gets pushback. We know that. Mm-hmm. But I'm concerned because he hasn't really told us what they were, what they are, or anybody's not come out. It's like all of a sudden it went away. And yet, like you said, now there's drones in the forefront that have been attacking our Navy ships, and they have been all over. My little town that I live in, there's no reason for drones to be around. There were 8 or 9 of them the one night, and there was nothing big around me. The Atlanta airport's 25 minutes away. I could see if they were scoping that out. But we are just subdivisions, Walmarts, simple little community. But that gave me me pause because the patterns they were taking, it's almost like they were getting a scope of the land, like an aerial view, or they were sniffing for something maybe on a train or something, because we do have trains that run through here not far from me. And I thought, well, maybe that's it. And they say that's why they were going at night. My friend who was in the military said that's why they're doing it at night. They're sniffers. They're looking for different gases, nukes, maybe missiles that were brought in from the illegals and planted somewhere in storage facilities, and on trains, whatever it may be. Whatever it may be, it is very concerning because we still don't have the answers. And you're right, there is an uproar in all different places of the world at this point. Now, Trump is talking to and speaking with Putin tomorrow, LW. And Zelensky, I don't know if you saw this or not, came out and he was upset that Putin seemed to agree to a 30-day ceasefire because he said Zelensky basically is saying he's in support of a ceasefire is a stalling tactic. Zelensky, we know, does not trust Putin. He said Putin fell through on some deals they made in the past, and Zelensky is insisting on super security and all these extra stuff. He said, so when Trump meets with Putin tomorrow, he's hoping that the U.S. is going to impose maximum additional sanctions on Russia if it refuses the 30-day ceasefire. But Zelensky wants more. So you're right. Everything is extremely complicated, and there's a lot going on in many different parts of the world.
Yeah, that was a mouthful, Tammy.
I'm sorry. I'm fired up. I'm sorry.
You're fired up.
Shut up.
No, that's fine. I mean, we had a couple of really good comments in there. I think Angela Church had mentioned something about, the drones can carry viruses, chemical warfare. Conservative Cowboy talking about breaking news, Israel airstrikes. So things going on there in Israel. There it is on the board there in the Gaza Strip. So more destruction there. And then Sean had mentioned we're not even talking about the chemical labs in California that the Chinese have. So that's concerning. And I put a video up on Facebook a couple weeks ago showing the Chinese and the massive drone army that they have. Like, it showed, like, I don't know, 1,000 drones all taking off simultaneously at the same time. I mean, to me, that's a concern for national security. Military drones refuel over Oshka in middle of the night. So there's just a lot of different traffic, a lot of different stuff going on, and it's hard to keep up with all of it. I know that we've got some other things that we want to cover because I do want to talk about Hunter Biden and the Secret Service detail connected to him. And we want to talk about the JFK files as well. I got one question for chat real quick, Tammy. I'm kind of changing the subject real quick because we're trying something new at LWN Network, and we're getting ready to start streaming 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We put together a show for Saturday night, this last Saturday, where basically we're doing MTV videos for 2 hours on Saturday. If you guys missed it, it's only on Rumble. We can only do it on Rumble. I rewatched it twice today at work. I just really enjoyed the song selection by the producers, and just sat there and watched the videos, listened to the videos while I was working today. I'm just curious if anyone else in chat happened to catch that on Rumble Saturday night. What'd you think about it? I needed to tone Tammy down a little bit. She was getting almost violent over there in her chair. She's ready to fight somebody. So anyway, just thought I would ask the question in chat. And if you guys haven't caught it, it's over there on Rumble. It's Saturday night's live music videos. Pretty cool. Would love to get some feedback on that. So, Tammy,
Yes.
Let's switch gears here. I know you're all riled up, but let's talk about the JFK files a little bit more, because also as important to talk about is the Epstein list, right? And we were promised the Epstein list, and now we haven't seen anything new. Now, they had put some stuff out, but that was old news. We got that information like over 2 years ago. So if they do absolutely drop the JFK files tomorrow, Do you believe that the Epstein files will come shortly after? Because I'm not holding my breath for any of this stuff. I'm not even holding my breath for tomorrow with the JFK files. We've been told things before and it hasn't happened. So, do you think that we'll see finally not just the JFK files, but do you think we'll get to see the Epstein list?
Well, I have some thoughts about that and the fact that President Trump came out stating himself today that people have been waiting a very long time to see these JFK files, just like all the other files. I am still disappointed there hasn't been a bit of an update on the Epstein files, because that last comment was from Pam Bondi that said Kash Patel does have all the files. There's thousands upon thousands of them, and they're looking through them thoroughly, and they want to protect some of the people in them. And I understand that, but there's been crickets since then. Okay. So when President Trump's talking about releasing the JFK files, to me, those are really big, and maybe even bigger in a sense of people have been waiting so long, and that's going to affect so many things in our government, right? And I am hopeful, but if they're so busy looking through the Epstein files and we've got nothing when they release the JFK files, what's going to happen with them? Are we going to get more crickets for a little bit? Are we going to get names, or is it going to be that whole blackout of the piece of paper? Again, remember, they always black things out. So,
Redacted.
yeah, redacted. That's the word. Thank you. So I'm not sure. I'm hopeful and optimistic, but I'm not holding my breath either. I'm really not.
Lots of different opinions there in chat. I think at this point for the JFK files, what are they waiting for? They promised those to us over a month ago. Still haven't seen them yet. That's why I'm not holding my breath. As far as the Epstein list, I think that that thing is so deep and so dirty. I have my doubts if we'll ever truly see it, to be honest with you. Now, I even have my doubts. I'm going to say it. I have my doubts that Epstein is even dead. I believe that he very well could still be out there and in protective custody. Obviously, he's not running around free.
Right.
But I just think, man, that thing is so deep and the web is so tangled and twisted. I believe that. Well, I think Sean or somebody had made a comment that it ties into Wall Street. And the one thing that Jeff did tell me is if the Epstein, he was told if the Epstein list does come out, that it's going to take a lot of people from Wall Street down and it will crash the market. That's what he told me.
Wow.
And that's some pretty big stuff if you think about it. Now you can go ahead and say that's tied to other things. I don't know. It's just pretty wild. That's a big deal.
I've heard and I've seen and I've researched into Epstein being alive. I've seen the videos or the pictures. I've heard that it wasn't it Hillary's brother, something that they thought that it was, because the nose on her brother had that little arch that Epstein didn't. And the picture of the person that wasn't alive anymore had that arch. I think it was Hillary's brother. I'm not sure. But at this point, everything was fishy about it. Nothing seems cut and dry anymore, which tells me that there are dark things being brought to the light and they have to be very careful. So I agree. We only want what we want as far as names and justice. And we've been waiting a long time. However, when you go deeper into it, I do believe what you said. If it's going to crash everything and it's like people's families are torn apart, it's going to cause utter chaos. I understand they have to be methodical in what they do it, because they have to have a backup or recovery plan. Otherwise, we're all going to be in deep, deep trouble. So I see what you're saying about that, but I too believe he's still alive. He's with the one person I do believe that he is in protective custody, spilling the beans. There's a process they're working out. They are taking people down and bringing stuff that they can charge them with, getting all the papers together, et cetera, et cetera. And that does take a while. If it's that big of a network, which I do believe it is, that it is going to take a while. So as disappointing as it is, I understand why we haven't heard much. I just wish we'd hear a little bit more.
Well, here's the other reason why I believe that he could still be alive. Okay, here's the rundown. I told this to Jimmy Young the other day. Epstein in that position of power, because not only was he a powerful guy, but he had power over very powerful people, right? He videotaped all that stuff. He could blackmail these mothers till the end of time, right? And he wasn't a dumb man. He wasn't stupid. He was intelligent. And I think any person in that situation would have what they call a dead man. Dead man. I don't know the technical term. Dead man fall, dead man trigger. So basically what that means is they have created insurance for themselves, where if you're going to unalive me, then at a certain time, certain information is going to be dumped into the internet, like a WikiLeaks leak, right? And I think that he was smart enough. The switch, dead man switch. Thank you, dead man switch. Thank you to chat for helping me with that. So they know what I'm talking about. I believe he's smart enough to have a dead man switch, and he would just dump all that information right into the internet or into the FBI's hands or whatever, right? And so that's why I think that he's not unalived, that he is still around, that they basically they made it a big show that he went to prison, then they pulled him out of it, made it look like that he offed himself, and then he's somewhere in protective custody. That's my opinion.
Well,
brother, there's a term with DNA. Did they ever do? Here's my question: Did anybody ever see the body? Did they ever do any DNA test? Like, to me, there's too many loopholes in that where it hasn't been proven that it was Epstein. That's kind of where I'm at.
It kind of went away. Do you remember that Cappy guy that was brackets and jackets that supposedly jumped off the bridge, but he supposedly had the dead man switch too, and it was about the ring with the children? It was Cappy, and he's the one that was talking about and did videos. He had the curly hair and the glasses, and he's called Brackets and Jackets, which was tying all these people that, like you said, that are of power and Wall Street and all these other people, the politicians, tied to the children issues that we talk about. And I don't want to say, you know what I'm talking about. Isaac Cappy. There he is.
Isaac Cappy.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
there's been a few people tied to certain things like that where they've had the dead man switch.
Yes.
And some of it was even leaked out on Twitter. So that's why I think that it's possible that he's still around, and that's part of the reason why. And I'm not trying to make any excuses for these guys at all, but that could be a part of why they haven't released things yet, especially when they didn't get the full report, and now they have the full report. I don't know. It's, to me, don't tell us you're going to do something and then not do it. If you want to piss the American people off, tell them you're going to do something, then not do it. Like you instead of saying, "Oh, we're going to release this thing tomorrow," instead of saying that, say, "Hey, I'm getting all the information, and when I feel it's time to release it, then I'm going to release it." But I would have never just went and thrown that out there like they did.
Right. And it is true. They're talking in the chat about the Finger Lakes, and with the tie-in that, Hunter has that on his back.
McAfee, John McAfee. That was the other one I was trying to think of. Thank you. John McAfee was another dead man switch.
Yeah. So there's 3 of them that we know of. And I think that's crazy. And there was
our chat's smart. We have a smart chat.
Yeah, they're refreshing our memory because, there's only so much you can contain in one's brain, right? So it is there. That's 3 of them that we're talking about. And, back 2, 3, 4 years ago,
I think there's going to be a lot more than that. I think when things start coming out, there's going to be a lot more people And I think a lot more people, like even like P. Diddy and stuff, they're going to have their own little switches. They're going to have their own little insurances to insure themselves some kind of deal. And that is how justice works. They will allow certain people off if they give up certain information. I think P. Diddy will also be another one. And there's a few others I think are still out there.
Colleen, the lady you're talking about, I think her name was Christine, that she went around and she knew the people that were involved in different things. So I remember her, and she, I think, passed away from some kind of flu, pneumonia, something bizarre like that. So I remember it was Christine something, and she was one of those that was talking about all these different things and the ties and what they're talking about in chat. And that was very sad and very unfortunate. And this isn't a game, everyone. When as these people are being exposed,
Kristen W. We had
yes,
Kristen W.
Kristen,
on.
yep.
And it wasn't long after we had Kristen W. on here at LWN before she passed away.
Yes, yes. So these people don't want to go down within, why would they? They've been living life large and had control and money, power, anything they want. So of course they're going to go after people. They're going to do threats. There's still swatting that's going on. There's all kinds of crazy stuff. Mm-hmm. So we do, in the heat of the moment, also have to remember those standing up for what is truth and what is right, like the Charlie Kirks, like anybody that is out there on the forefront that has the power, that goes in and talks to people and gets these whistleblowers. We have to make sure that we stay prayed up for them, and we just think of them, because that is very courageous and brave for them to do, because it's not a game. Now Dan Bongino being sworn in, I think yesterday or today, that's going to, I think, make a big, huge difference. LW, don't you, with him in there?
Oh yeah, I think Bongino is there for a mission. And I don't think him or Cash Patel are going to mess around. I just want to say real quick, if you guys haven't hit that like button yet, whether you're on Facebook, YouTube, or Rumble, smash the like button for us. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. More importantly, share us out. Just so you guys know, over there on Rumble, you're not just chatting alone. Your chat comes up here in our screen. So thanks for chatting over there. We appreciate it. And then our producers can pull your chats up there on screen. It's just want to let you guys know that we can see your comments, and you're not just commenting to the wind there. And so we can read them. Frog News Network guy died too around then. Yeah. Doug did pass away shortly after Kristen W. as well. And I don't know what any of that stuff was about. And I don't want to speculate on the causes of those things. It was very odd, but there are people that you think that have been unalived. I gotta be careful what I say
you
here.
Better be,
because a lot of the chat will take it the wrong way. But in those instances, I do believe that those people still could be around. Warrior Forever. Good evening, everybody. Good to see y'all. Thanks for joining us over there on Rumble. And Rumble has come a long way since we first started on Rumble. Like now we've got a live chat over there, which we never had for a long time. Mm-hmm. Plus we got monitors over there. I think Kathy H is a monitor over there on Rumble for us as well. You can do super chats over there on Rumble and send gifts, and like there's some cool little features over there on Rumble, just like YouTube. And a lot of people love YouTube. They don't want to leave YouTube. I get it. But Rumble is a good place to be. Facebook is growing like crazy for us. We are now 120 subscribers away from hitting 5,000 on Facebook, and that's getting up there to where almost the size of our YouTube channel used to be. So thanks for joining us over there on Facebook as well, and share us out, like and subscribe. I didn't even send any of my people this evening the link to Facebook because we're dealing with the technical difficulties. So well, we are 40 minutes in. We've got at least 86 people watching us on YouTube and Facebook. I don't know what the number is over there on Rumble, but I want to change direction one last time before we get out of here. And there was some breaking news today too that came out talking about Donald Trump put the smackdown on the Biden family and said, you know what, Hunter Biden is out there traveling the world on vacation right now, and he's got says we got 117 on Rumble right now. So thanks for joining us on Rumble. So we got about 200 people watching us live. That's awesome. He's traveling, and he's got like somewhere around 12 or 13 Secret Service detail with Hunter Biden, and then I think Joe's granddaughter also has 12 or 13 Secret Service agents on her detail as well. And Donald Trump, this is what's amazing to me, Tammy. Donald Trump put the comment out to the world, telling the world that the United States of America is no longer going to support his Secret Service detail anymore. He said it's not fair to the American people, and we're done with it. And basically, what I took from it is he's fair game. What's your thoughts, Tammy?
I think so too. It's ridiculous when you look at the way that our money, our taxpayer money, has been sent between Doge discovering it and simple things like that. The oversight of allowing somebody.
Hold on, Tammy. I got some breaking news. Jeff just sent this to me. Again, Jeff cannot join us because he lost power, but he is listening right now. So it says the U.S. sunk an Iranian intel ship, and Israel, U.S., and U.K. is attacking Hamas right now. So more stuff breaking, more stuff going on. Again, Jeff B. Was wanting to be here tonight, but he lost power because of a storm, and so he let me know he probably wouldn't make it. He tried, but he probably wouldn't make it. So Tammy agreed to step up and fill his shoes for tonight and help me out. So that's where Jeff B. is, but I guess we sunk a Iranian intel ship. That's again, it just makes me nervous. I'm not a military expert. It makes me nervous that this is going on because I feel like we're just steps away from being sucked into, I don't care what you want to call it, a conflict, a war. You know, they like to call them conflicts so that they don't have to call them a war, but it is what it is, right? But the U.S. sinking an Iranian intel ship, and then the whole Trump being tough on their nuclear capabilities, and then after we just bombed the shit out of Yemen, I don't know, Tammy. I'm still pretty concerned about it.
I think that our military is amazing. I think that they're fighting to get things right that have gone wrong for so long. We're getting our power back, and sometimes it takes force and ugliness to do that, to end it permanently. We have been playing around in wars on and off since the cows come home, so the saying goes. Trump's administration, the first time around, we didn't have war or threat of war. Everybody on the left said we would be in war. We were not. Now, Biden was in place for 4 years, and look at what a mess things are. Are they going to blame that on Trump? We gave so much in that position. So if just being kind and asking them to stop and supplying them with weapons and money would solve the problem, it would have been solved a long time ago, years ago. How many wars do we have to get in before we say enough is enough? How many people have to lose their lives, innocent people, because of power-hungry oligarch leaders? It has to stop somewhere. And I believe that President Trump and our military is on a mission to do what is right for the American people. Trump is wanting peace for the world and everyone. Now, you know, we have to stand up for ourselves and try to get some money back, get some things back, that we're giving away so freely. We've been over backwards nonstop for years and years and years, and it's done us no good. So as ugly and maybe concerning this is, I think it's time to end it once and for all as best we can. And that's where I stand on it.
That's tough talk, Tammy. That's tough talk. Lot of comments there in chat. Let's see. Kathy H says, I searched Iran ship, it sank. Lots of comments there. Is this may be the scare event? That's possible. No more Mr. Nice Guy. FAFO.
Okay, so there's a meme out to add a little lightness to this. There is a meme out, and it's like the presidential seal. It says the President of the United States, and it says FA 45, FO 47. And I thought that is the coolest meme ever.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Here we go. But on top of that, you look at all the violent criminals that have been in here for a long time with the illegals. And when I talk about transparency with this administration, there's been amazing video out there of the deportation of the illegals that were alleged to be involved with Aragua gangs and MS-13 gangs. And the videos of them taking them and Border Patrol, putting them on a plane, sending them back to El Salvador was amazing because they had them captured. Now, these are hardened criminals, mind you. These are not just innocent people, because some people are saying...
These are, I've seen the videos too. These are gang members. They are completely tatted up all over their necks, all over their face, all over the top of their heads, all over their knuckles, hands, arms, chest. They got the teardrops in the corner of their eyes. Like, these are hardened criminals. These are people that do awful things to good people, that are being rounded up and shipped out of here. Are some other people being rounded up and shipped out? I don't know, but it's possible. I do agree with the comment that Conservative Cowboy has put out to get to peace. We have to show strength. I believe that peace comes through strength, and we cannot be weak. And we've been weak for the last 4 years, and we're not showing weakness anymore. Trump is going to dump more money into strengthening our military. He did that the first 4 years he was in office, and then of course the clown came in and brought the DEI in and really hurt the military, in my opinion. And it's time to get back to what America was once again, and to be even stronger than we were. So America's back, baby.
Amen to that. And Sean, LW wasn't knocking tattoos. He has them too. He meant that they have those teardrops, which are, there you go, which are symbols of bad things they've done, gang related tattoos and gang identifying tattoos. So that's what it is. So, and you are loved with gray hair and tattoos. You're just like LW there. But before we step out, because I know you wanted to end on one thing, but I would like to have your opinions about this and maybe chat too, if you don't mind, before we leave. And this incident happened on Friday. If you saw it, it was a reporter, a female reporter, actually took her boom mic and hit Trump in the face. He was talking to reporters. So to me, is much security that should be around him and people not being able to get near him. We all know what you have to go through when we go to an event where he's at. We've all been, I've been through that. How is it allowed that we don't know anything about this person? The person was not removed from the press or questioned. Even if it was a simple accident, there are dangerous chemicals and things that you can put on the end of anything. And if it touches a face, it could cause major damage, if not unalive him. So do you think that the Secret Service, Chat and or you, LW, think they slacked by not having any follow through with this, not giving us an answer of why that happened? And hey, guess what? Our president's secure it was simply an accident. Basically, it happened and nothing was said of it. And if you saw Trump's face, he was not very happy about it.
Well, here's my opinion on that matter. The Secret Service should always know everybody in the room. and the Secret Service should know who they're connected to, who they're working for, their past, blah blah blah. And in that case, if it was an accident, and it was somebody that Trump has known for a long time, or Secret Service has known a long time, or it's been a Fox contributor for a long time, and everybody knows him, I would call that an accident. And if I was that person, I would be apologizing, like public apology, written apology to Trump, and just say, I'm sorry, that was an accident, did not mean for that to happen, really apologize. I mean, that's the course I would take. Now, if it was somebody that Secret Service had no idea who they are, why they were even there in the first place, I think I would take drastic measures, man. I'd probably go ahead and round them up and take them in for questioning, because like you said, Tammy, it very well could have been something nefarious, and they can put things on the end of equipment, and that could have been devastating for Donald Trump, right? So that's the two roads I would have took if I was Secret Service. And again, I'm not an expert, but I would say if it's somebody, let's just say it was Sean Hannity that accidentally did that. Yeah. I mean, Sean would apologize, and Trump would probably laugh it off and give him hell about it and move on. But they don't know who they are. Who knows what the intent was?
Yeah. We just didn't get followed through. I just think at the times, and we all know what's been happening to him as far as the attempts on his life and things like that, that there just seems to be some slip ups. And, I just think that the security obviously is extremely tight. We see it. And I'm not saying the Secret Service didn't do anything that they should have. I mean, it was on the lawn, and it was right, right there. And it probably was an accident, but still, it was just concerning. It seems like weird slip ups happen, and I think we just need to.
It has been for a while. That's the problem, Tammy, is it's been happening for a while. I mean, Butler, Pennsylvania, and even the FBI director himself, Kash Patel, is asking for private security because he does not trust the FBI to keep him safe.
Absolutely.
That's a concern. Right. And if I was Dan Bongino, I'd be concerned as well. So we have Butler, Pennsylvania. We have other things that have happened to him. It just seems awful fishy that they're not tight like they should be. And
we had the weapons too.
It's something that I think we should be concerned. He should be concerned.
Yeah, so the weapons.
I didn't get that. I didn't get the conservative cowboy real quick. Yeah. So the U.S. has not officially confirmed sinking the Iranian intelligence ship, but it is conducted cyber attacks and military operations targeting Iranian vessels, including the BV. Okay. Well, thanks for sharing that, conservative cowboy. But we'll keep watching for that and paying attention to that. Again, we're going to be here real close, hopefully by the end of this weekend. Hey, Santa Mike. that's Phyllis B. That's Phyllis B.
Hey, Phyllis B.
Santa Mike. We are going to hopefully by the end of this weekend, by the end of Sunday, be streaming 24/7 here at LWN Network, and maybe we'll be able to capture some of this stuff as we're streaming 24 hours a day. We got a lot of stuff to fix yet, or at least have a good game plan moving forward. But that is our goal here, is to be able to start covering this stuff as it's coming out, and putting that out to you guys. So thanks for joining us tonight. Again, check out Rumble's Saturday show with the live music videos that our producers put together for that. So that whole show, just so you guys know, Sunday nights, you can join LWN over there on Rumble. And if you guys got a favorite song, a favorite band, or something like that you would like to listen to the song, I know the producers are okay with taking requests as long as they're somewhat appropriate, and throw them a couple of bones, and they'll make sure you're taken care of. And I listened to it twice today. I enjoyed the music selection, and it was really cool to listen to some of the old songs And it was just fun. And that's what we're going to try to do on Saturday nights. I don't know if it's going to be every Saturday night, but we will always put a thumbnail out for you guys and let you know when it's going to be. And that way you guys can catch it if you're cooking dinner Saturday night and you want to listen to some good tunes, and maybe you have a favorite one that you'd like to request. Just check us out over there on Rumble.
It's on Saturday, Miriam.
Yeah, producer's saying scheduled for every Saturday night. So you guys can catch us Saturday night over there on Rumble. And the mods can drop the link there in chat if you guys haven't subscribed to us on Rumble yet. And that way you guys can catch that. It's really fun. Basically, our goal is to try to bring back the old MTV. And when I was a kid, MTV was a very popular thing. I know, Tammy, by then you were already raising families and doing things. But when I was a kid, MTV was like the thing, right? Before all the commercials and the stupid shows that they had and all that stuff. So we're trying to bring back a little bit of the old MTV. And, you know, I don't know, maybe we'll have a country night. Maybe we'll have an old 60s rock night. I don't know. You guys can throw in your ideas to the producers, what you'd like to see, what you'd like to hear. And donations are always appreciated for those producers. They're staying up late at night producing that stuff. I want my MTV.
I loved that. And you were not a kid. You're mentally still a child, but you're not as young as you think you are. And I'm just going to say that.
Tammy, MTV came out in the 80s. I was a kid. I wasn't even a teenager yet.
That's terrible.
Matter of fact, my parents wouldn't even let me watch MTV when it came out. I'm a country music girl. Hey, Ziggy, we could do country music night. Like, that's the thing. If you guys all go over there and join, and it's an open chat just like this. I can see everybody chatting on Rumble. There's a live chat. You guys can hop in there and chat with one another, and you can chat with the producers and say, hey, I'd like to listen to CCR, you know, and go ahead and request some of your favorite songs. That's what it's all about. It's a new version of MTV where you get to actually ask for the music videos that you want to see versus listening to whatever they play, right?
Yeah, right.
Give me some of that old time rock and roll. Absolutely.
It's amazing. It's a good time. You can boogie and listen to it.
The link is right there in chat on YouTube, but can we drop the link in Facebook too? They're asking for the link in Facebook. So if we can drop the link to Rumble and YouTube and Facebook, that'd be great. We're going to go ahead and get out of here for the night, Tammy. So I'm going to give you final thought and appreciate you stepping in for Jeff. I know he appreciates it too. And we will get Jeff back on. He was just out of power tonight, couldn't be on. So we'll get him scheduled to come back on again. And with all this other stuff going on, there's going to be more than enough to talk about.
Yeah, definitely. And I just want to say, let's keep in our prayers and thoughts the people that were affected by the storms that passed through this weekend. They came through where I live as well, but we were blessed and nothing major happened, just some messiness and cleanup. But a lot of people did unfortunately lose loved ones as well as their homes and stuff. It was very, very nasty. And that is part of what I think why Jeff B lost power, is because they moved into his area. So it's just very sad. So let's keep everybody in our thoughts and prayers. And that's all. We can kind of get, busy and preoccupied with the major things going on in the world. But you know what? When you have your loved ones to be able to hug and have a home and a roof over your head, you feel blessed and lucky each and every day. So let's pray for those people.
Absolutely. Yes. Please keep them in your prayer. Yeah, man, this is going to be my final thought. If I'm not busy Saturday night, because I don't know what my schedule is yet. I have lots of things that I end up doing toward the end of the week. But I promise you this, if I'm not busy Saturday night, I'm going to be in the chat on Rumble requesting MTV music videos myself and just having a good time with everybody. So looking forward to seeing you guys Saturday night over there on Rumble. Come out and join us and have a good time. And again, thank you, Tammy. Thank you to all you on Facebook, YouTube, and Rumble. Hit that like button before you leave. Subscribe, share us out. And we're going to go ahead and play our music video that was written and produced just for LWN Network as we leave tonight. I hope you guys enjoy the song, enjoy the video, and we'll catch you on the next one.
You can see it in the sky. No use running, if you do, you won't survive. People are sick and people are tired, but inside of me rages a fire. We the people are going to burn this corruption to the ground. Yeah, we the people will fight fire with fire starting now. Going to burn this corruption to the ground. Yeah, we the people will fight fire with fire starting.